ceremony, I have a few short announcements. If you are in possession of a mobile phone, please switch it off or make it silent now and ensure that it remains off or on silent for the duration of the ceremony. In the unlikely event that you need to evacuate the Great Hall, will you please note that there is an exit at the front of the hall on the left-hand side and on both sides of the rear of the hall. The assembly point is the Whitegates car park, which is a large car park adjacent to the front of the hall. The marshals located around the Great Hall will be on hand to direct your safety. Should you need any assistance throughout the ceremony, please attract attention of the graduation marshal who should be with now. When ascending the stage, please walk to the top of the steps to the silver line and back your cap. Remember to wait there for a moment while your official photograph is taken. At the end of the ceremony, please make your way to the shuttle bus, which will take you to the right-hand complex where the post-ceremony celebration takes place. Finally, please do remember to clap and celebrate each other's achievements throughout the ceremonies. Thank you. Graduates and guests, will you please stand for the procession?
Be seated. Welcome to this congregation for the conferment of degrees. I'm Parveen Yaqub. I'm Deputy Vice-Chancellor of this university and presiding officer for this congregation. Graduates, your degree will be officially and formally confirmed on you at this ceremony, which will split into 4 processions, one group at a time. Each graduate will be summoned by the university orator to come up to the platform and stand in front of me at the university mace. Acting under the authority vested in me by the university, I will doff my cap and that will formally confer your award. You will then, as a graduate of the University of Reading, descend the platform to rapturous applause from your audience, collect your certificate from the right and return to your seat. The exception to this will be our postgraduate research students, who will instead be invited in turn to take a seat on the stage to recognise that they have achieved the same academic qualification as those seated behind me. And a tip is that if you can come right up to the white line when you come up to the stage, it will produce a better photograph. But also, if you want to take your gown off at any point during the ceremony, please feel free to do so. So this congregation is steeped in university history and tradition, but above all, it's a joyous occasion where we celebrate the achievements of all of those processing. So I hope we can show our appreciation for each and every one of them.
By the authority of the Council and of the Senate of the University of Reading, this congregation has been summoned for the conferment of degrees. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, candidates will now be presented for their degrees. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I present you these candidates to whom the degree of Doctor of Philosophy has been awarded.
I admit each of you to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy of this university.
Faye Bird. Christopher Evans. Evelyn Patricia Kirkwood. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I present you these candidates to whom the degree of Master of Laws has been awarded.
I admit each of you to the degree of Master of Laws of this university.
Advanced Legal Studies, Ragada Musli Al-Jimai. International Commercial Law, Majed Mohammed Al-Harbi. Gloria Moa Bujuto. International Commercial Law with Energy Law and Natural Resources, Victoria Mopilola Akintola. Ali Natwi Charlotte Kimbugui. International Commercial Law with Information Technology Law and Commerce, Munira Abdulhadi Al-Harthi. Alanud Abul Mohsen Al-Khadibi. Olumide Alaloluwa Babalola. Ali Slim. International Commercial Law with Intellectual Property Law and Management, Mariam Oyinade Adiojo. Chioma Sandra Odu. International Commercial Law with International Banking Law and Financial Regulation, Daniel Olawapalumi Abati. International Commercial Law with International Corporate Finance, Garda Khalid Al-Mutairi. Peace Omoefe Omofuma. International Commercial Law with International Dispute Resolution Arbitration, Treasure Onyeyechi Aaron. Mida Salam Hussain. Arshdeep Joseph. International Commercial Law with Oil and Gas Law, Akiidni Yosmunirath. International Law, George Austin Michael Ely. International Law with Transnational Law, Jessica Ann Bloodgood. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I present you this candidate to whom the degree of Master of Science has been awarded.
I admit you to the degree of Master of Science of this university.
Oil and Gas, Kosiso Chukwu Sally Onyekweri. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I present you this candidate to whom the degree of Master of Arts Research has been awarded.
I admit you to the degree of Master of Arts Research of this university.
Law, Amy Hitchings. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I present you this candidate to whom the degree of Master of Arts by Research has been awarded.
I admit you to the degree of Master of Arts by Research of this university.
Legal History, Orla May. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I present you this candidate to whom the Postgraduate Certificate is to be awarded.
I award you the Postgraduate Certificate of this university.
Independent and Supplementary Prescribing for Pharmacists, Rosario Febronio Aiello. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I present you these candidates to whom the degree of Bachelor of Laws has been awarded.
I admit each of you to the degree of Bachelor of Laws of this university.
Law, Sharan Raj Magendran. Khalid Mohammed Yusuf Jassim Abdulaziz. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I present you these candidates to whom the degree of Bachelor of Laws has been awarded.
I admit each of you to the degree of Bachelor of Laws of this university.
Law, Adifunlola Wuraola Adeli Adiwole. Mohammed Adam bin Ahmad Fauzi. Siti Haurin binti Ahmad Kamal. Taiba Ahmed. Zain Ahmed. Fazila Akhtar. Hatim Abbas Akhtar. Faris Khalid Mohammed Al Ghaifri. Anisha Yasmin Ali. Sheldon Allen. Youssef Ayman Yusif Al-Shak Abdallah Al-Mubarak. Abdul Mohsen Abdul Hamid Al-Saleh. Lucy Elizabeth Amos. Bola Watife Adman Amos Aleri. Fern Ellen Anderson. Catherine Sue Anthony. Anna Antoniadou. Lucas Apostolou. Harvin Aurora. Gurjivan Athwal. Louise Ann Atkins. Jua Aziz. Anna Elizabeth Bachteler. Izat Barjois. Jasmine Isabel Baker-Wells. Parinita Bali. Mia Louise Barlow. Scarlett May Bashford. Zubair Bashir. Molly Ann Lukin Bennett. Stephen Connor Benison. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I present to you these candidates to whom the degree of Bachelor of Laws has been awarded.
I admit each of you to the degree of Bachelor of Laws of this university.
Law, Gia Barty. Liam James Bint. Sarah Amelia binti Mohammed Bernard. Shafira Nuramalia binti Sharul Rosi. Ewan William Alfred Black. Lauren May Blackaby. Chloe Bradford. Georgie Bright. Charles Brooks. Kyle Brewer. Keris Tegan Bull. Michelle Burke. Maya Butt. Tirike Campbell-Baptiste. Harrison Thomas Carr. Emma Carter. Alicia Chan Jing Yi. Karen Wei-Chi Chan. Susanna Chandra. Timothy Chandran. Liam Chapman. Marios Charalambous. Charis Charalumpus. Panagiota Charalampus. Stefanos Charalampus. Eric Leon Christian Charles. Olivia May Charman. Abigail Chatterjee. Zizi Cheng. Chinenyem Chikwendu. Favor Amalachukwu Chiniyemba. Cassandra Chong Shia Shui. Harry Collins. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I present you these candidates to whom the degree of Bachelor of Laws has been awarded.
I admit each of you to the degree of Bachelor of Laws of this university.
Law, Thomas Francis Cope. Alicia Grace Cotter. Edie Armstrong Courty. James Paul Creedon Kitchen. Cameron Cross. Annabella Coopey. Grace DaCosta. Hannah Rose Honor Davies. Lucy Grace Dyson. Rafaela De Faria. Sophia Dimitriadou. Marina Demosthenes. Katie Olivia Dennis. Jordan Dexter. Billy Chand Duffy. Jason Ibeigbe. Sophie Mary Evans. Marzuk Damilola Torimo Fagbimi. Nisa Binti Faisal. Hermione Farmer. Rosa Fernandez. Sam Richard Christopher Flannery. Emily Rose French. Charlotte Francesca Gamblin. Dylan Joshua Gordillo. Ruby Grosner. Tatum Page Gurr. Elelta Solomon Haptitian. Christina Hajimitsi. Kagan Hansoy. Kiana Hashimi. Connie Hee-Yi Ting. Serinat Hizo. Sophie Horton. Hao Shui Ying. Alexandra Howard Harwood. Zoe Olivia Hudd. Bethany Autumn Charlotte Hudson. Sudaf Hussaini. Mohammed Ishmael Hussain. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, it has been agreed that the remaining candidates be admitted in absence.
I admit each of these candidates to the relevant qualification of the university.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Professor Rosa Friedman will now present Jane Connors for the Honorary Degree of Doctor of Laws. We now welcome Jane Connors to the platform.
Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to introduce Jane Connors to you today. Ms. Connors is an Assistant Secretary General of the United Nations and the inaugural UN Victims' Rights Advocate. She has devoted her career to human rights and women's rights as a lawyer, an academic, and a senior international civil servant. Ms. Connors is also the most generous colleague, mentor, and friend to countless human rights advocates, practitioners, and academics around the world. Ms. Connors was born in Australia and spent some time in the UK when she was very small, while her father was undertaking a medical fellowship in London. But she was raised and educated in Australia. After completing her studies at the Australian National University, Ms. Connors became an esteemed legal academic, including 13 years at SOAS, the University of London School of Oriental and African Studies. During that time, Ms. Connors established herself as the leading voice on women's rights and human rights. She has published extensively on these topics, and she continues to be invited to contribute to the leading and most prestigious collections and textbooks in this field. Ms. Connors has always been deeply committed to both the academic and practitioner ways of protecting and promoting human rights. From 1996 to 2002, she served as Chief of the Women's Rights Section, Division for the Advancement of Women of the United Nations. After then, she moved to Geneva and was progressively responsible in positions at the UN Office of the United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights, including as Director, Research and Right to Development Division. During this time, Ms. Connors devoted her career to the practical protection and promotion of human rights. At the same time, Ms. Connors raised a family, often taking her young daughters with her to conferences and on field trips. At a time when many women were unable or unwilling to take their families with them to work, Ms. Connors normalised combining a high-flying career and motherhood. She set an example and has paved the way for other women in this field. Ms. Connors currently is the first UN Victims' Rights Advocate. In that role, she has created and taken forward a coordinated and strategic response to victim assistance. In this role, she works with victims in conflict and post-conflict society, seeking to address their needs by engaging with their lived experience. She also works with governments, civil society, and national and legal and human rights organisations to build networks of support and to help ensure the full effect of local laws, including remedies for victims. Throughout her work, Ms. Connors has remained dedicated to teaching and mentoring. She provides expertise and advice to human rights defenders around the world. Despite her extensive work commitment, she has served as chairperson of the global network Keeping Children Safe and as advisory and board member for key human rights organisations, as well as professor in practice at the LSE Centre for Women, Peace and Security. She has inspired and helped generations of activists, practitioners and academics. We are privileged and proud to have had Ms. Connors partner with the University of Reading on research projects, speak at our events and generously give guest lectures to our students. My Lady Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I present Ms. Jane Connors for the Honorary Degree of Doctor of Law of this University.
By the authority of the University of Reading, I admit you to the honorary degree of Doctor of Laws of this university. Well, the joy and pride that I see as I look across the Great Hall is absolutely wonderful, and so you should be proud. A university degree is a huge achievement that requires persistence and resilience, and we're so proud of you. So let's give all of our graduates today a final round of applause. I also want to recognise those who've helped you along the way, my academic colleagues on the stage behind me, your families, friends and supporters. They've taught you, challenged you, encouraged you and stood by you. So let's take a moment to thank them. Now, a joyous occasion like this traditionally calls for a few words of wisdom to carry with you as you navigate the next steps in your lives. Some people use it as an opportunity to make some political commentary, but rest assured I will not be doing that. What I will do is share with you 3 principles that are important to me and that I hope might resonate with you. And they are resilience, respect, and responsibility. So resilience has become a bit of a buzzword over the last few years as we face challenge and hardship, and in some cases loss. And although resilience stems from hardship and loss, it's rooted in a desire to survive, even thrive. And it's even better when that survival is nurtured by the collective support of others. The writer Gregory Williams summed up resilience when he said that on the other side of a storm is the strength that comes from having navigated through it. So set your sails and begin. Every day brings the possibility of trials, of obstacles, of failures that might discourage us, but it also brings new opportunities, new challenges, new adventures, new ways of doing things that won't necessarily work, and new directions to set your sail towards. The American inventor Thomas Edison had to make thousands of prototypes for every one of his inventions before he finally got them right. He didn't let that put him off. He famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that don't work." The fact that you're here today speaks volumes about your persistence and resilience, and we couldn't be more proud of you. My second principle is respect. And probably like many of you, last summer I was a bit nervous about going on holiday overseas, so I spent a lot of time visiting places in the UK. And one of the places I visited was Bletchley Park, an English country mansion not far from Milton Keynes. And for those of you who know a bit of World War history, or if you've seen the film Imitation Game, you'll know that Bletchley Park was the secret centre of Allied code breaking during the Second World War. The code breakers there were really good at solving puzzles, absolutely trustworthy. They weren't allowed to speak about what they were doing. About 3/4 were women. Many of them had a strong background in languages. And there's pretty good evidence to suggest that if it hadn't been for the code breaking at Bletchley, the war would have lasted somewhere between 2 and 4 years longer than it did. But just as important as what was achieved at Bletchley was how it was done. And if you visit Bletchley, you might see a plaque just inside the entrance opposite the gift shop. It says this: Bletchley Park was a melting pot of brilliant minds set free by an atmosphere of tolerance. Societal norms were swept aside. What mattered was what people could do, not their gender, sexuality, religion, or any supposed eccentricity. By removing these artificial constraints, Bletchley Park brought out the best in the fullest range of talent. In this sense, Bletchley's code-breaking success came not in spite of people's differences, but because of them. It's a compelling model for the power of diversity that resonates more than ever today. What an inspiring blueprint for us all. It doesn't matter who you are or where you come from, it's what you do that matters. And my third and final principle is responsibility. Now, I grew up in a family, in an environment where education for girls was actively discouraged. My mother was never allowed to go to school or to learn to read and write. And it made me all the more determined, not just to pursue an education, but to champion equality in higher education and to step into places where women of colour were either lacking or completely absent. It was always a simple question of responsibility, because if you're not prepared to step up and be the change you want to see, how can you ever expect change to happen? All over the world, there are University of Reading alumni doing amazing things to make change happen, and you now join their ranks. So use that privilege. Listen to voices that are different from your own. Harness the diversity of talent around you. Be the change you want to see. It's been an absolute privilege to have been part of your journey. Welcome to our alumni family. Thank you. Graduates and guests, please be upstanding as I declare this congregation closed.